Okay, in topic 4 here, we're going to talk about a different kind of court trial, so different kind of probabilities where events are actually happening with probabilities. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and skip this section here and go straight into 4.1. So it says, recall that Walter consistently makes 2 out of free three throws. So in the first statement, it gives you a probability. So he makes is 2/3. So missing, to make that a whole number, would be 1/3, because 2 plus 3 then gets me 3/3. Okay, so it says, what is the probability of Walter making 0 out of 3 free throws? So the first thing that happens is the event that actually occurs. So there are 3 shots that are thrown. It doesn't matter what order I shoot them in, okay, and I made 0 of them. So this is like the event that is happening, and then I'm going to times it by the probability of the event occurring. So now I actually use that probability that I gave you at the top. Okay, so if he made 0 of them, that means he missed all 3. So I have 1 miss, 2 misses, 3 misses. I type that all in being multiplied because remember it is independent, we're multiplying them. I get 1 out of 27. Okay, so what is the probability of Walter making 1? So now I have 3 free throws shot, he made 1 of them. So a make is 2/3, then I have to account for the other 2 misses. It doesn't matter what order these are in, that's why it's a combination. I could have had my miss, make, miss. It doesn't matter as long as I have 2 misses and a make. Okay, so then I go ahead and I type this one in. And I convert it back to fraction, and I get 2/9. Okay, was the probability he makes 2 of them. So 3 free throws, he made 2. Okay, so to count for 2, I have 1, 2, and then he misses. Again, does not matter the order that you put it in. Convert it back to fraction, and it is 4/9. Okay, what is the probability of making all 3? So 3, choose 3. There's a total of 3. I made 3 of them because that's what I wanted. So I have 2/3, 2/3, 2/3. Convert it back to fraction, and I get 8/27. Okay, so in this, it's the exact same process that we did earlier. You're just testing out Susan's way, so we're going to go ahead and skip that. Okay, now we're changing to 4, so we still have the same probability of makes. So he makes 2/3 of his shots, and he still misses 1/3, but now we're shooting 4 times. Okay, because this is a probability of it actually occurring. It does not mean I only shot 3 times. Okay, it's a percentage of shots that I make. So now he's shooting 4, so I have 4, and I missed all of them. So to account for my 4 misses, I could write out 1/3 4 times, or now I can send it to the 4th power if I really wanted to. And then we're going to go ahead and type them in. So 4 choose 0 times 1/3, or write it out 4 times. Okay, convert it back to fraction, and 1/81. Okay, now we're doing 4 choose 1. He made 1 of them, so I have 1/3 to the 3rd, because he missed 3. He made 1. And I get 8/81. Okay, now he makes 2 of them. So I have 2/3 representing my makes, so times 2, or to the 2nd power, and I have 1/3 representing my misses, so to the 2nd power. Okay, and then my last one here, or do we have 2 more? Yep, so then this one is going to be 4 choose 3. So he made 3 of them, so there's my makes. He missed 1. Then he made all 4, so 4 choose 4. So 2/3 to the 4th. So I'm going to pause the video. You go ahead and pause it, and I'm going to type these answers in. So here are your answers. Okay, the next couple pages is you just putting it into a chart. If you want to pause the video, I'm going to fill out the chart, and then you can fill it out as well. But again, it's just pretty much you just filling out a chart on those pages, and it looks like I don't even have the other one. So you'll be able to fill out this chart here if you would like. Okay, so here are your answers for just the different types of free throws, and then what their probabilities would be. Okay, so this kind of just goes through that all again. So we're just going to go straight into 4-2. So suppose you roll a number cube with 4 red faces and 2 red faces. Okay, so my red is 4 out of 6, which is 2/3. So then my blue is going to be, if I compare it to this, 1/3. Okay, so it says rolling 4 reds and 1 blue. So there's a total of 5. This one gets weird because what you're actually choosing is the first one. So 5, choose 4. Okay, because there's not really rights and wrongs in this, so you're just choosing the first probability. Okay, so now I have to represent the reds, so there are 4 reds. So my reds are represented by the probability of 2/3. So 2/3, and then there are 4 of them. And then my blue represents 1/3, and there is 1 of them. Okay, so then I'm going to set up the next one. So there's a total of 6. So 6, choose 3, because there are 3 reds. So to represent my 3 reds, we put it to the third. To represent my 3 blues, we put it to the third. Now there's a total of 7. 7, choose 1 red. So to represent my reds, we take it to the first. To represent my blues, oops, this blue should have been a 1. So 1/3, and then there are 6 of them. Then I have 10, choose 3. So my 3 reds are going to be 2/3. And then my 7 blues are going to be my 1/3. And then I've got 7, choose 3. My reds are 2/3, so there's 3 of them. And then my blues, there are 4 of them, so 1/3. So then typing them in, some of these get a little bit weird. Okay, so when I type this first one in, we should be okay with this one. So if I type in 4 or 5, choose 4 times 2/3 to the 4th times 1/3 to the 1st. Convert it. That one's good. So 80 over 243. Okay, my next one, we are doing 6, choose 3. And then 2/3 to the 3rd, 1/3 to the 3rd. Convert it back. That one was good. So 160 over 729, that was a 6. Okay, now we're going to do 7, choose 1. Again, it's combination because it doesn't matter what order you pull the marbles out for these. So now I've got 2/3 to the 1st, 1/3 to the 6th. Convert it back. I got 14 over 2187. Okay, next one. This one is the one that I think gets a little weird. Yeah, so he doesn't like when you convert it back to fractions. So the first thing I'm going to type in is 10, choose 3, and figure out what that number is. So 120. Then I'm going to type in 2/3 to the 3rd, which is 8 over 27. And then depending on what calculator you have, that 1/3, your calculator might not do it. So if you're doing it by hand, there are 7 of them. If I multiply my 1s on the top, it's 1. And my 3s on the bottom, it's like 3 to the 7, so 2187. Okay, and then we can multiply these in my calculator. So 120 times 8 times 1 is on my top, so 960 over 27 times 2187, because those are my bottoms, 59049. Okay, let's check our last one here. So 7, choose 3 times 2/3 to the 3rd times 1/3 to the 4th. Okay, that one was good. So 280 over 2187. Okay, and then these are just similar things. Okay, so you're just breaking down just basic probability, and then you're doing what we just did. So finding the probabilities where it's 7, choose 5, 5, choose 4, and 10, choose 5, based on the probabilities you made from the first two steps.